Hey Falcons, it's Mrs. Abdul, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to do your citations in Google Docs. So the first thing we had you do was find the URLs anytime you found information on the web. Use those URLs at the bottom of those slides in order to create the citations. Once you have a Google Doc open, you're going to go to Tools and Citations. The default will be MLA 8th edition, which is what we want, and then we're going to add citation source. We're going to change it to website. For most of you, you're using websites and you accessed it by the web, and I need to put the URL there. So the first one I'm going to capture is the Occupational Outlook Handbook for Carpenters. And hit the search button. It might have some missing information. A lot of the times the published year doesn't get pulled up. So I do want to double check this if I can. So when I hit the continue button, it's going to bring me my full citation that's mostly filled out. I can double check to see whether or not I have an updated date by looking at the very top of the screen. I don't see anything there. But if I scroll down, notice that it tells me the last modified date, and it gives me September 6th, 2023. So now I have a specific date that I can add in. I'm going to put in the day, the month, and the year, and hit Add Citation Source. Now, the first thing it's going to do is create the full citation. However, I know I have more citations that I'm going to be using, so I'm going to leave that there. But I do have this handy Cite button. This takes this source and creates my parenthetical citation that I can use while writing my paper. So if I'm using the information from here that a median pay for a carpenter is $51,390, I can start writing that in the paper. Carpenters. And now I've got my citation to use. That's a parenthetical citation. I also know that I can use it in another way as well. This one is the parenthetical, but I also have, according to, cite my source in quotation marks, carpenters. And again, instead of having a parenthetical citation at the end, I've inserted an in-text citation inside of my paper. Both of these are available to use while you're writing your paper and are useful by just hitting that cite button in order to create it. Now, I'm going to create my full Works Cited page. I need another source, so I'm going to hit Add Citation Source, and again, change it to website, and I need to pull. Hudson Valley has a construction program that I'm going to talk about again. So here I take the URL, I drop it into that page, I hit search. Again, there's a published year missing, so I want to double check that for a second. I don't really see anything at the very top of the screen, but I do see at the very bottom 2023, so I am going to use that date. When I hit continue, I'm going to find the published year and hit Add Citation Source. You can continue using this citations tool as many times as you need, as often as you need, until you have all of your citations listed. If you close this out, it does not drop these. They are still there. So I can close out this window and I can reopen it and my citations will appear again. Once I have all the sources that I'm going to cite, I am going to go down and create my insert Works Cited. And now it has taken all of the sources that are there, alphabetized, as well as edited them for the format that needs to exist, and put Works Cited page as well. So the only thing I need to do now is make sure that it's at the very end of the paper on its own paper page. So now I have my full Works Cited page, and I've got my citations that I can continue to use as I'm writing my paper. If you have any questions about anything, you can stop by the library to see Mrs. Mikan and myself. And we hope that this has been useful.